Hello everyone, welcome back to Remind, knowledge sharing channel self-development through good books. This week, I want to share with you an incredibly valuable book.
Have you ever noticed? At some point, many of us have grown accustomed to accepting and even using well-intentioned lies in daily communication. When a leader makes a mistake and you carefully point it out, you might get criticized in return. When you give honest feedback to a friend or a colleague, you often receive anger or displeasure simply because you told a harsh truth. So you regret being honest, and you start choosing to lie for their sake, to avoid hurting feelings or damaging relationships. You call them white lies, and even convince yourself that this is the smart, effective way to communicate. But a lie, no matter how well-intentioned, is still a lie. It only helps us dodge problems temporarily. It never solves them. By treating lies as a shield, many of us stop daring to face the truth, which in turn creates suffering, arguments, and low effectiveness in both communication and work. A classic example: why did the Nokia empire collapse? Research from INSEAD Business School in Europe revealed that Nokia fell because its top executives had built such strong personal monuments that a culture of endless applause took root. From leaders to employees, no one dared confront reality. They couldn't see the problems or limitations that existed, and the result was a catastrophic downfall. This phenomenon doesn't just happen in corporations. It appears in every aspect of life, in families, between parents and children, between spouses, in companies, governments, and nations. People often refuse to face the truth. And when we communicate with someone who cannot handle the truth, arguments, fights, resentment, and mutual attacks inevitably follow. So how can we make the truth sound pleasant to the ear? How can we deliver difficult, face-losing truths in a way that the other person happily accepts, is willing to change, and works with us toward win-win solutions? How can we truly achieve effective communication, especially in tough conversations? The book I want to share with you today provides a powerful method for having truth-based conversations. It will help you overcome the fear of speaking the truth, remove communication barriers in work and life, and make all your relationships healthier and stronger. Today's share is titled, How to Have Truth-Based Conversations, a summary of an extremely practical communication book by Mark Murphy, one of the world's top 30 leadership experts, founder of Leadership IQ, and widely recognized by the media as the leading expert on employee engagement. Although the author is a leadership training expert, so most examples revolve around the workplace, boss-employee or colleague dynamics, I personally find the principles completely applicable to family life, so parents can speak the truth to children without it turning into judgment or scolding, and even in schools, especially during group work. Now let's dive in. First, we need to clearly understand what is stopping you from facing and speaking the truth. Part 1, the 4 things that kill the truth. 1.1, ignorance with extreme confidence, the Dunning-Kruger effect. There's a great saying, a person without any bias, no matter how foolish, can still understand the most difficult issues. But a person who believes they already fully understand something, with no doubt whatsoever, cannot grasp even the simplest things, no matter how intelligent they are. This is the Dunning-Kruger effect that almost everyone has experienced. We tend to overestimate our own abilities. The less we know, the less aware we are of our ignorance. The worse we are at something, the less we realize how bad we are. When ignorance meets overconfidence, combined with different past experiences, we easily fall into the next trap. 1.2, perceptual differences. There's the famous story of a Jin dynasty emperor who, upon hearing that the people were starving, asked in surprise, "Why don't they just eat meat porridge?" It sounds ridiculous, but most of us have made similar mistakes. Different life circumstances lead to different perceptions of the same reality. Yet when we communicate, we rarely take these differences into account. These perceptual gaps create countless difficulties in conversation. 1.3. Psychological resistance. Cognitive dissonance. When a truth threatens someone's self-image, the brain automatically tries to reduce that discomfort. The fox couldn't reach the grapes and concluded, "Those grapes must be sour anyway." A mother who is told she just hurt her child immediately finds reasons. "I did it because I love them." We would rather lie to ourselves than face painful truths. The more we lie to ourselves, the greater the internal conflict and the more trouble we create in communication. 1.4. Conflicting interests. In 1982, Australian Dr. Barry Marshall discovered that Helicobacter pylori, H. pylori bacteria, caused stomach ulcers. He even drank a broth full of the bacteria to prove it. He got ulcers, bad breath, everything. Yet for 23 years, almost no one accepted his discovery. Why? Because huge pharmaceutical companies were making fortunes from acid-reducing drugs that only treated symptoms, not the root cause. Accepting H. pylori as the real cause would destroy their profits. When interests are threatened, people are willing to blind the entire world to the truth. Only by understanding these 4 truth killers can we communicate the truth effectively. Part 2, the 6 principles, tools for truth-based conversations. 2.1, focus on facts or substance. The FIR response. The author introduces a powerful framework called FIR. F equals fact, pure, objective, observable reality. I, interpretation, the story you tell yourself. Artist, reaction, your emotional response. Home ends, the outcome you actually want. Example, your colleague in Candy arrives 10 minutes late. That's the fact. If you've had past conflicts with her, your brain instantly interprets. She's selfish, lazy, and doesn't respect the team. You feel angry. You don't want to cooperate anymore. But all that drama lives only in IRE, not in the fact. When you stick to the fact, "I noticed you arrived 10 minutes late today," the entire conversation changes. The FIRE model is the filter that separates truth from emotion and bias. 2.2, think from the other person's perspective, cognitive empathy. Atticus Finch in To Kill a Mockingbird said, "You never really understand a person until you consider things from his point of view, until you climb into his skin and walk around in it." Important note, this is not emotional empathy, feeling sad because they're sad, nor is it unconditional forgiveness. It's simply putting yourself in their shoes. When just one side does this, the conversation can already become productive. A real example from the book, a therapist telling an alcoholic, "I know this result is surprising and probably not what you expected," dramatically increased treatment acceptance rates. One sentence showing you understand their position can completely change the outcome. 2.3, set effective goals. Most of us speak the truth with emotional goals. We want an apology. We want them to admit they're wrong. We want revenge. We want them to feel bad. These are ineffective goals. Effective goals are rational and future-oriented. 6 months from now, what do I want this relationship to look like? What changes do I want to see in both of us? When you have a clear, constructive goal, your words naturally become more helpful. 2.4, dialogue instead of confrontation. The IDA's model, 5 steps in 30 seconds. I equals invite them to talk. Would you like to talk about this? Disarm. I'm not trying to blame or attack you. Eliminate blame. This isn't about who's right or wrong. You acknowledge their view. Suggest options. Would now or after lunch be better for you? Using these 5 steps correctly in the first 30 seconds can turn a potential fight into a real conversation. 2.5. Paint pictures with words. Instead of vague criticism like your customer service is terrible, paint 3 clear pictures. What does poor service look like? Specific behaviors. What does good service look like? What does outstanding service look like? When the other person can visualize all 3 pictures, they instantly see where they stand and what needs to change without feeling personally attacked. 2.6. Structured listening. There are 3 steps. Step 1. Open with ideas. Step 2. Truly listen. If thoughts like, why are they complaining, life isn't fair, or just get over it pop into your head, you're not listening. Helpful trick, ask permission to take notes and draw their FARE model as they speak. This forces you to focus on facts instead of judgment. Step 3, reflect back. What I'm hearing is that correct? Only then move together toward a win-win solution. Conclusion. Above are the complete set of tools to help us learn transparent, truth-based communication instead of reacting with emotion, judgment, or threats. Speaking is a human instinct, but speaking effectively is a lifelong skill. In the past, simply because we didn't understand communication, we unintentionally hurt others and ourselves, and multiplied conflicts in our relationships. This book offers practical methods to break through communication barriers and foster genuine harmony between people. But remember, no skill is mastered once and forever. Just like the journey of self-improvement, learning to speak the truth is a lifelong lesson. I hope both you and I will keep learning and applying these tools in real life, so that with each passing day, we can face the truth without being dominated by narrow ego or uncontrolled emotions, turning what seems complicated into something beautifully simple. Thank you for staying with me until the very end. If you found this video helpful, please share it with someone who needs it. Hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss new videos every week. Thank you again, and see you in the next one.